Elke Laeremans, the Chief Digital Officer at Torfs, right? You noticed today we had all Belgian companies. Now, Torfs was the best employer for the last 4 years.
8 years.
8 years even. Oh my God. Elke has a lot of experience, worked with Deloitte, for Consulting, Kronos, Veola Transport, Holland, and is working now for Torfs for 2.5 years. And of course, Torfs, choose their big battle against the Zalandos of this world, and going through a major digital change. Here's your.
Thank you. First of all, I'm very happy to have heard lots of things that are going to be visible in my presentation as well. All you need is love. Love for shoes is perhaps for me as a shoe lover. I don't see that many women, but I guess you understand what I'm saying. But all you need is love is also for Torfs, love for our customer, love for the employee. And that's where everything starts. For us, digital transformation is not so much about technology, but it's all about the customer. It starts with the customer, and it has always started with the customer at Torfs. Torfs is a family company since 1948. So almost 70 years, and for the last 65 years we didn't have anything to do with data or digital. So you can imagine what the last 5 years looked like. It's a third generation company. The fourth generation is coming into place as we speak. Our new chief marketing officer is the fourth generation niece of one Torfs. So that's her first steps management of the company. We were 11 times best shoe store selected by our customers. Actually, I should say 12 times because last week we won the 12th award. And 4th award for best webshop. If I tell you that our webshop has exists for 5 years, I think that's a huge achievement in the Belgian retail industry. And best workplace 7 times in a row, but we've won that already 8 times, not consecutive. We have 75 shops in Flanders, and we have 2 online shops in Flanders and in the Netherlands. We are going to launch a shop in Wallonie in the next coming months, and that's also a very huge step in a traditional Flemish family company. You can imagine that this has an impact on organization, an impact on customer focus, and an impact on data and technology as well. I'm going to take you through our success story. I guess it's perhaps a good time to reflect on that and why and how we try to deal with the digital disruption that is coming our way. Digital disruption for Schoen and Torfs. I guess you all know about Zalando, Amazon, AliExpress. Everyone is trying to sell fashion online. I think almost 6 years ago, Zalando made its first entrance to the Netherlands. No one ever expected women to go and buy shoes online because it's a very physical product. It's something you want to try on. You want to have some real experience in the shop. You want to have some good advice. And we were always very good at that. And all of a sudden, we were faced with a screen where people are looking at, and how on earth are we going to have that emotional, that physical touch over to the other side. So that was our big challenge. And we looked at it as a connected store. We didn't look at it as a web shop, which is a new store and a new world. No, we really tried to integrate that into our physical stores as well as a big one. Just a bit of the numbers. We started in 2012, and you see the growth has been exponential over the last 5 years. Last year, in 2016, our web shop was almost 4 times as big as our biggest shop in Belgium, and had 12% of our total turnover as part of Torfs. So that's, if you're talking about omnichannel and growth, that's where our growth has been in the last years, in the last years. What is commerce all about? For us, commerce started as content. First of all, you need to be relevant. Definitely in retail and in fashion, you need to be as relevant as possible. You need to inspire people. You don't start off with only a product catalog. You need to have that emotional touch right on the first connection you have with your customer. So commerce is content, content is commerce. It's been a huge debate going on about that, but that's really what we are trying to do online as well. So we try to be as relevant as possible when people are really looking for something specifically, but also when they just want to be inspired and when they want to know the latest fashion trends, when they want to know what can I wear with this dress, etc. Excellent service and experience. If you want to put your customer first, you also have to have that excellent service experience online. And how we do that? For the first time ever, 5 years ago, Torfs had to start with a customer care department. I mean, customer care, as of 5 years ago, was up until 5 years ago, actually something that was done in the shops, was done by people coming back to the stores, and it was dealt with. We had to start off with a customer care department. We had to, or we wanted to have a bit of the Torfs touch when sending off the shoes to the customers. So we always include a small present, a nice saying, a wow effect when people open the box and get their shoes at home. These pictures, the nice thing about that is pictures, those are pictures that customers have sent to us. It's not something we took ourselves. So customers taking that picture, putting it online, saying, wow, this is nice. It's a small touch, but it's what's we sent. But also, online enable us to have a wider selection of products available in every store. Not every store has the same type of turnover and has the same collection in-house. Sometimes a certain shoe is not present in your size. At least with coming of digital technology, we are able to put that in the store as well. But also we have what we call webclusief, different product line that is available only online, and that enables us to find out which new products we can launch perhaps to the stores later on. So again, omnichannel, something we can use later on. But this has a huge impact. You have to be very aware, and that's where the organization comes in. It has a huge impact on your organization. It changes your supply chain completely, because previously people went to the store, they got their shoes. Now we have to send over everything, but also we have to make sure that when people order online, we are able to ship as soon as we can. So we had to include data, some data mining techniques and technology shift to be able to forecast how many shoes we had to get out of the stores, or we have to get out of the stores proactively to make sure that we can deliver as soon as we can, as soon as the customer asks for a certain pair of shoes. And also wider selection, the increase of online content is certain. Partnering with platforms, that's something we also have done. We partnered with bol.com in the Netherlands. Why did we do that? Because we wanted to get to know the Dutch market. So that's why we did the partnership with bol.com. And every other type of partnership we do is always with the vision of, does it offer us something extra for the customer experience, but also new acquisition, new customers. What do you need to pay attention to when you do that? Is it matching your company, your brand image? Costs, of course. You have to make sure that your costs are not that too high. Communication, but also data ownership and insights. If we talk about bol.com, we know, for instance, that they are now going directly to some of our best suppliers. That's what happens. They have the data, they know what sells best, and they go to the supplier immediately and directly. So not only do we have competition of all of the online players, we also now have competition of our suppliers, because we offer brands. And it's something we have to deal with in the future. I mean, that's the way it is. That's a whole new field. And then something you really need to pay attention to in the next coming years is mobile. Our mobile website, we don't have an app, we have a mobile website, it's almost 40% of our visitors today, but we see it increasing very fast and very rapidly. So we started in 2017 with offering also a lot more experience and inspiration on the mobile phone. Previously it was only really a product catalog, so that's where we headed to. What you need to focus on is ease of use, hyper-convenience, ease of payments, all those things. I'm happy to see that there's some bankers here. You could really help us with that, because in Belgium, when we look at Belgium, we are really not that fast as, for instance, the Netherlands, where they have lots of more possibilities to pay immediately on your mobile phone. So that's for us a real, one of the things we need to take into account for the next months and months. Why omni-channel? I guess it's the best of both worlds. You have the physical, the emotional, the experience in the bricks, but you have the advantages of the clicks, the data, everything you know to be relevant, and it offers us a next level in our customer centricity. That's actually what we try to do and what we try to achieve. How do we see our omni-channel working in real life? We have web screens in store, for instance, and that's where our customers can buy shoes that are offered only online, or perhaps not available in your size or in a different color. So that's what we use in store, and it's really been a success story. If I say that 12% of our online, of our total turnover is thanks to online, then 20% or almost 30% today is coming from the customers that are buying in the shops. So 30% of our online revenue is directly linked to a shop. I think you cannot get a better example of being omni-channel. Mind the pitfalls. I mean, I think there's lots of pitfalls to that. I think all of you perhaps have already visited one shop or another where there is a web screen and it's in the middle of the shop, and every once in a while a child goes on and plays with it because it's a huge tablet, but nothing really happens. What we do is we include it in our sales process, we include it in our experience, and it's almost every time a customer comes in, there's someone in our shop that guides them through that web screen. And what we see is that as soon as customers are getting used to that web screen, the amount of people that are coming to our website afterwards increases as well. So we are well known for instance, comfort shoes. Gabor is a brand that is really known for comfort shoes. My grandmother used to wear them. My mother wears them, and sometimes I do too. And but it's not very known for being very fashionable. So you can imagine that those might not be the ladies that go and buy those shoes online. What we see is, as soon as they got to know this web screen in store, they go and buy online afterwards. It's as simple as that. They know their size, they know what they like, and they buy it online. So that's, for us, what we call omnichannel. But it's all about speed as well. Customer experience or the customer expectations, they change fast, rapidly, very rapidly. And thanks to Zalando, sometimes they set the way you have to go. They set the pace, they set the expectation. And so we have to, when we want to be customer focused, we really have to take into account those changes as well. For instance, we started in May, I guess, with delivery, next day delivery. Once you order online up until 10 o'clock in the evening, you get your shoes the next day. I mean, that's a huge impact on your organization. We had to start working in 2 shifts. We had to deal with the CAO, Ondernemingsraad, Vakbond, because there's no real, in Belgium you know that, there's no real adhering around e-commerce and working at night, because it's seen as at night. bpost has to follow, bpost has to take the lead sometimes, and that's what we did. We had done. And now for the Netherlands, we started working with PostNL because we wanted to offer that same convenience to our customers in the Netherlands. It sounds logical, it sounds simple, but if you think of what is behind that screen, it's a huge impact. And then when you're talking about speed, flexibility, agility, organization, I guess it's a really good example of how you can deal with it. Your infrastructure, your organization really needs to be ready to adapt fast. We also had some marketing challenges. Until 5 years ago, there was nothing like email marketing customer database. We started working on a customer database 2 years ago. It might sound surprising for a retailer, but we did everything from the back. Torfs is a company very much driven from the heart, and we have to start working on Torfs 2.0, as I call it. The heart and the digital, the data has to come into our DNA. And it's a challenge as well, and that's where my journey with Torfs started 2.5 years ago. So we want to offer our customers a relevant offer at the right moment, a really Torfs experience wherever and whenever she buys at Torfs. Online, in the shop, perhaps in the future somewhere else with a web screen, I don't know. And therefore we need to get to know our customer. I mean, it sounds logical, it sounds simple, but that's what we do. So I think my last slide went away, but it's not no real problem. If we are talking about digital transformation and the way ahead and our next challenges, then this is actually what our next challenge is going to be all about. We have started with our customer segmentation and our profiling, but the future is bright and the future is ours.